Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been to my channel before, I am Terry. I live outside of Portland, Oregon. I sell full-time on eBay and I go by the name Mindful Recycle on my YouTube channel and in my eBay store. Today, I will show you some of the things that I've sold in about the past 5 days. And hopefully you could find some of these things when you are outsourcing. If you have seen my past videos, you will know that I picked up a big box of fountain pens that were vintage that I have been selling. They have been selling so amazing. I had no idea that this was the value of them. I listed it in the evening late, and then by morning it was already sold. The maker on this is Maybe Todd Swan. And that's M-A-B-I-E. This is what it looks like. This one was a green one. On a lot of these pens that I'm selling, this part right here is 14 karat gold. Usually the ring around the lid is 14 karat gold. The nib, which is the tip that actually writes, that has been 14 karat gold. This clip part does not say 14 karat gold on this one, just the nib. So the other one sold for $350. This one sold for $169. And I did purchase that whole box for $1. It just blows my mind. But anyway, if you find fountain pens that look like that, grab them. I sold another Fitz and Floyd. I paid $10 for this one. This line was called Sugar Plum. So this is a Sugar Plum Christmas candle holder pair. And they are used, and I think I had them listed for $69, and somebody asked if I would take 50, and I took 50. So this is them. I've sold so many that have that red bow on them. You know that I sell great courses. I find them all the time at estate sales, and I usually get them very inexpensively. I did pay $1 each for these though, and so I have $5 into these, and they sold for $17. I picked up so many used, but hardly used. It looked like they were maybe only washed once. Ralph Lauren vintage sheets and pillowcases. And I sold them all within probably around 6 months. I do have this one set left though. It was 2 pillowcases and 1 flat sheet. I was asking $110. Somebody reached out and asked if they could just purchase the king pillowcases. So I divided them up and sold them just for the pillowcases. So I will be relisting the king size flat sheet. These sold for $45. So always look out for Ralph Lauren, especially this paisley. People want those. And honestly, I have gone to Ross before and looked through their pillowcases and have found quite a few times Ralph Lauren pillowcases and have bought them for around $3.99 and sold them for $50 to $70. So when you're in Ross, check that section out. You might find some. As you know, if you saw my videos, I'm definitely going to start selling more books. This was a book that was in my last haul, and I paid $1 for it. And it just sold for $69.50. So keep your eyes open for books. Has anybody ever heard of these Big Little books? I purchased 19 of them at the same sale that I got that Bose radio, which I'm going to show you in a little bit because it just sold. And these are in really poor condition. Somebody actually glued it themselves, the binding back on. So really poor condition. I paid $4 a book, and this one sold for $20. I do have some that are in better condition, and those I have listed, I think, somewhere between $30 and $70. So Mickey Mouse. So these are a little bit better. These will do better. And then Donald Duck. So I believe these are from the 40s and 50s. So keep your eyes open for them, but do a comp on them because I think the market got flooded with these and not all of them sell well. So I did get to pick and choose which ones I wanted, and I left some behind. So here is the Bose radio that I sold. It works perfect. I tried it with the disc and I tried the radio. The remote works perfect, and it does have its manual with it too. I paid $74 for it. I listed it late at night, probably around 9 or 10. When I woke up in the morning, somebody already purchased it for $325 plus shipping, because if you've been watching my channel, you know that my customers always pay for shipping. So keep your eyes open for these Bose radios. I see them quite often at estate sales, and they usually get picked up pretty quickly. I was one of the first people in this sale, so I got to grab it this time. I purchased a whole bunch of creative memory photo albums. I paid $9 or $10 depending on the size. The $9 ones are 12 by 12s, and they're not doing that great. I think I'm selling them for $25. This is the size that is a little bit bigger, and they are selling for $45. So it's okay that I'm not making that great of a profit. They're super easy to list and ship. I just picked this book up also on my last haul, and I paid $2.50 for this, and it sold within a couple days for $65. So this is what I'm talking about when I say keep your eyes open for books. You never know what kind of treasure you're going to find. And I was not the only one looking through books at this sale, and I didn't even go straight to the books. I looked around the house first and then started looking through them with some other people. And this was just still sitting there, so I grabbed it. It looked interesting enough to me, and it is Flower Fables. So I've had this pair of children's baby Bigosh overalls for a very long time, probably a couple years. I know that some of them can sell between $50 and $200 or so. So when I saw these and some others, I just grabbed them all because they were $1 a piece. But really, you should do a lookup if you're going to purchase them. You don't want them sitting in your inventory that long. But I still ended up getting $15 for these, and they didn't take up much space. Here is another pen that I sold. I believe this is the 5th one now. This one does have marked on the nib 14 karat gold, on the clip where it hangs on the pocket 14 karat gold, and the ring around it is also 14 karat gold. And again, this was only listed for I think a day, and it sold for $270. And I probably have less than 10 cents into it. Does anybody else remember the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman? If you can find them while you're outsourcing, pick them up, because I purchased these for $10 and they ended up selling for $95. They did take just a bit to sell, but not too much. I think I've had them listed for 6 or 7 months. So I'm okay with that. And the arms and some of the legs and the clothes are pretty rough shape, and still somebody wanted this lot enough to pay $95. So last summer I purchased a whole bunch of vintage doll wigs and vintage doll shoes. I didn't get a whole lot of interest, but they have been slowly selling, and now I finally just sold the last of them. I paid $20 for all of the wigs, and I paid $25 for all of the shoes. And then somebody just purchased my last lot of wigs and the last 4 lots of the shoes. For the shoes, I had an average price of $3.50 per lot. So I had about $16 into these 5 pieces, and one person bought them all for $123. So I'm glad to see all those gone. They were sitting on my floor in bins for a very long time. This little Hallmark bunny set, I bought 2 of them. They were brand new from an estate sale. I paid $2 each, and I sold one quite a few months ago, and then I just sold this last one. I don't have them listed as ornaments. I think I should have, because there is a straw string around the back of it for hanging. I ended up selling each one for $30. I'm sure because Easter's coming up, somebody is going to use these for their little Easter tree. And then for my last item today are these Barbie vintage doll clothes. I have about $3 into this. I purchased a whole bunch of 60s, 70s Barbie doll clothes. So this lot sold for $57. And these clothes were not in great condition. They had like discoloration. Some of them, the snap was missing. I think a couple of them had a couple little tears in them. That's to be expected on this old of clothes. The person already left me feedback saying that they loved the clothes and they were in really good condition. So what I think wasn't good condition, somebody else did. So that was a great return, $3 into $57. So always keep your eyes open for vintage 60s, 70s Barbie doll clothes. Even the 80s and 90s Barbie doll clothes are selling good too. So always keep your eyes open. If you get them cheap enough, they will do well. So that's it for today. If you liked this, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that bell if you want to be notified for my next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.